Hello, kicking YouTube. Welcome to episode 47 of the Parallax of Xenocrates. We were en route back to Bruxis, if last we remained. But let's hop right into it. Hello.
Hello.
How is it going?
Terrible. Awful. We're all about to die by Xenocrates.
Oh my. Alrighty. What do you guys remember from last time? We don't got an owl that can do the recap, so who would like to recap this time?
Let's do the hokey recap.
The hokey recap.
Are we doing the hokey pokey and turn yourself around? Did we really just do that, Badger? Did we really just do that at the same time? We synchronized that? Oh, somebody clipped that. That's got to be clipped. Oh my god.
All right. Well,
Brick out 3-5
so
yesterday.
basically, a recap of at least the biggest stuff is that first we passed all the trials. Got a bunch of answers about like the Badlands, where the Xenocrates' tower was, because the Derdeka Dragon Riders had been doing a lot of scouting, like preemptively before we even had come in and like met these people. And we kind of convinced them to potentially join in on an alliance. The king did send like what 100 or so dragon riders with us while we go back to Bruxis, because we did decide to go back to Bruxis to I guess just lead these people there as like envoys, and just kind of like get with Drogue and them all and figure out maybe another further game plan now that we have like all of this information that we weren't really expecting. And it's what was about a day and a half travel, so we were on the boat for a while just doing random stuff, people doing random things with the new items that they got. A lot of chickens running around on our boat now.
Chickens.
And I think pretty much when we ended the session was when we arrived at Bruxis. And I think that was kind of roughly when we...
Are you hungry?
Yeah, like we met with Drogue, and I think them greeted us, and then that was kind of where we stopped. So, I mean, nothing really major all happened. So,
Yep.
Did I miss anything?
Nope, that was about it. As you guys were on your way back, though, from looking at my records, you guys on that beginning of that day of what would be like a half day of travel, you guys wake up to a new feeling, a new sensation, a little bit of
Yay. Okay.
So if you guys want to do a little bit of that before we dive into Bruxis, I'll put up the hang in there. Do some leveling.
Oh, fuck yeah. Finally.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Edits. So that means I need to go through and change one spell. Damn it.
Yeah, I
I
was
get
gonna
a
say
chance to
much the
change
same.
one spell, and I better make yeah, I only get one shot at this.
No.
So we're at level 13, correct?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Remember to change your manage hit die or hitbox for that for max.
What
Yep.
was the calculation again on that?
Yep.
It's
What did we
just
usually do
the yeah. So if when you get into your character builder, you click on manage HP. You want to make sure that the rolled HP plus your hit point bonuses. So it's basically rolled HP minus, or actually be your highest possible hit points minus your hit point bonuses equals what you put in the rolled HP.
All right, that's what I thought it
So
was.
that
Okay.
the maximum hit points at the top matches total possible hit points that you guys are showing.
Yep.
In fact, I don't need that one. We'll go and drop that one, and we'll just use it for something else.
Yeah. I told you to try. Do you need to go potty? You're not getting milky right now because it is not bedtime. Do you want your tablet? Then do not hit your mother.
Dun dun dun.
Hide it.
So this is where I should pick up plane shift, right?
You
And
understand me?
make it a real fun campaign.
Plane shift?
Yeah.
Get out of my brain. Get out of my head. Get out of my head, because I see that spell too. I also see plane shift as a spell I could use.
That just assumes that it works in this place.
Bro.
All right, BRB.
Dinosaurs on. You want bluey or dinosaurs?
I want blue dinosaurs.
Flippy?
Dino Bluey.
I'm pretty sure Dino
Alright,
Blue would
so,
go
yeah,
over
well,
very well with her.
Alright, so yeah, since Badger was saying that plane shift might not work on this camp, might not work here. Not really giving us confirmation, nor really say it does or does not.
I mean,
I'm going with a different spell.
aren't druids the type that can change their spells after a
At
long
will.
rest?
I know I can.
Yeah, I know clerics can.
That's why I'm not picking up Resurrection, even though it's nice. I mean, I can resurrect people up to a year, so there's no race. There's no rush on it.
I mean, I wonder if I should actually go with the Resurrection of the Old Gods.
That's just a terrifying thought. We have to face off a old god or old deity that we have to kill. It's like, oh, or someone's
No,
reviving. We revive it
Irma.
instead.
Irma. You are fueled with necrotic energy, bringing a skull of a creature or a person to an altar or summoning circle with a strong magical connection. Roll Arcana to see magic rating. Of course, tells you basically charge at the altar can be charged by siphoning the user's health. Once the ritual commences, the user will be vulnerable to attacks. Then once the ritual is complete, roll for persuasion. If failed, roll, the creature will attack you. If success, the creature will be eternally loyal to you.
Oh, wonderful.
But the only problem is that it requires a skull of a person or creature and 40,000 gold or items equivalent to it.
This is like a one-time spell. Damn.
I was also debating on picking up the temple because just summoning a temple to nap just sounds like a fun.
I'd just say get the temple. We can at least sleep somewhere dry.
Well, but we have so many other things that do it. The magical hut does it at a much lower level.
Yeah.
The only advantage to the temple is if we were in the same place for a year, I can make it permanent.
Also, I'm also torn at between two spells, either the one I picked or one I think about picking, or reverse gravity.
I mean, gravity's always fun.
If we're outside, reverse gravity is gonna do major damage. But if we're inside a building, reverse gravity is only gonna do so much.
Damn it, chicken. Maybe think of that Eminem song. Oh, there goes gravity.
I have a picture for this.
You have a picture for this?
You've already seen it.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah. No?
I'm not even in the fight yet. Nope.
What fight?
Oh. I'm Monster Hunter fight real quick. Yeah, it says I'm in, but my game's not actually loading.
Oh.
I love shitty cell service.
Yeah, that kind of sucks for a lot of people.
Okay, so reverse gravity is good and all, but I think I'm going to go with the one I picked. The one I picked seems
right now?
a little bit better.
Potions. I was gonna say I just went boring and picked up regeneration. I figured if I need to resurrect someone, I can wait 24 hours.
Oh god.
And I need
Who
a-
just said? Who said they picked up regeneration?
Me.
Oh god.
Why?
Oh god. King Church. Oh my god. That just reminded me of something I saw on TikTok that was talking about regeneration, and it was just absolutely painful. It was hilariously painful.
Or are you gonna share with the
Oh,
class?
don't tell me they got rid of it.
Oh yeah, I get it.
I'm gonna try. I think I said to the Badger at one point. I think it was like an Instagram thing.
I mean,
if I can't seem to find it,
me being chaotic evil, it's a great
basically what it was,
interrogation spell.
Oh no.
oh yeah, no. Basically, what it was that everyone DM's like, okay, everyone took the turn, and he's like, Ubi, what are you doing? And he's like, I cast psychic reading on the warlock. Like, okay, you find out he's a eunuch. He's like, excellent. I cast regenerate. He says, I cast regenerate. It's like, but you didn't lose the health. Oh, not me, on him. He's like, why? He's like, because I want him to regrow his balls during mid combat.
Ow.
Ow.
Yeah, imagine just oh. What are you stabbing, burpers? I think they got banned. Are you fucking kidding me?
I would not be surprised at all if I got banned. You gotta remember the current state of our world.
Oh my god, his videos did get fucking got flagged. Oh my god, all of his videos got flagged. Oh my god. He had to delete all his videos. I think it's the Badger. I think I sent you the video of the guy that was doing like with like the eyes on his hand, and he was basically talking about regenerate on the eunuch warlock.
Yeah.
All of his videos got deleted.
Really?
Yeah, he got deleted.
Womp womp.
Yeah, that was just oh my god.
That sucks.
Yeah, and that guy came up with a really good spell, especially if you're playing Pathfinder, because he said that he used prestidigitation and silent spell to make bandits seem like they shit themselves. Everybody rides the gravy train here. Oh god, we're streaming right now. Oh god.
Yeah, we've been streaming for a while.
I know. That's like, oh god, this is going on. This is going on the record. Oh god,
This is live, motherfucker.
This is live. How dare you?
When did I pick up protection from poison?
Ooh, it is a shark. A flying shark? Oh my goodness, a flying.
I heard a flying Johnny. We got a flying Johnny.
It's a flying shark. There's a YouTube video that my daughter found that says the flying shark's gonna come get you in the dark.
Oh. For some reason, I heard Johnny, so I'm like, oh, we gotta eat Johnny.
Off the bed.
Now, Jay.
Secret keeper. I kept all of our secrets. Oh, no, Joey. I'm not going to tell you because I am an excellent secret keeper.
I'm pretty much done.
I'm done.
My level up was easy.
Mine too. I had to pick one spell.
Yeah, artificers don't get much on 6th level. They get a couple of extra infusions and like one extra spell.
At least the infusions, depending on what you're looking for, could have some nice benefits.
I got the spell the ring one.
Oh, the storing?
Spell recharging. No, the
No.
spell recharging ring. The spell storing
Oh.
doesn't happen until like 11th, 12th level. That's a class feat. Yeah. No, the spell recharging ring, which turns a mundane ring into the one of those special magic items. So allows me to recharge a 3rd level spell or lower.
It's not bad.
Now, considering that I've been trying to keep a lot of my spells being like 1st level, and I only, as an artificer, I only get 1st and 2nd level spells. 3rd and they're not like wizards. They don't get like the nice 6th level spells at level 6. Well, it's actually 4th
Yeah.
level spells. It'd be 4th level spells at level 6. I wish they gave artificers fabricate a little bit sooner, but
All right. Most of y'all almost done.
I'm
Mhm.
good.
Yep.
I'm good to go.
All righty. So we continue.
Okay.
So you guys fly over the mountains that sit behind Bruxus, and you kind of get like a bit of a stir. I wouldn't say panic, but a lot of people are watching this mighty flying vessel, and quite literally an army of dragon riders with you. They sent 100.
Yep.
As you guys land in port in your own little private dock that Loheim had set up, the dragon riders continue to circle around, many landing on the mountaintops themselves, waiting for orders. Others just landing on various ships and buildings and in the surrounding area. The attention of you guys flying in brought Loheim, Rodir, Drogue, and a couple other higher officials down to the docks to meet you. Almost immediately, as you guys step off of your ship and onto the docks, Drogue looking between you and all of these draconic flying creatures that followed you. What's this? What is all this?
Yeah, Crafts steps up. He says, "Well, we traveled. I mean, we've been gone for just a little over a week, maybe.
Yeah.
Day and a half
Oh,
there,
oh.
day and a half back. About a day there when we stayed. Yeah, so just a little bit of little under over a week. We found a floating city of that these people come from. They are the Drodeca. And is there a leader on the boat with us? Is there like with us?
Yep, Tifa's landed at the very front part of your ship.
So I would flag for Tifa, wave Tifa to come over so that she can be introduced to Drogue and them.
Yep, she dismounts her wyvern and was walking over up behind you guys.
So yeah, I introduce Tifa to Drogue and Loheim, and introduce and vice versa, and let them and these are the people that we encountered. We actually were able to kind of make them as allies for a bit. They haven't fully accepted, but they did allow to send at least 100 dragon riders with us. We thought it would be best that we came along, obviously, so that you guys knew that you weren't being attacked. So yeah, that's what I say to him, and wait for his response.
So you're telling me that there are allies over these mountains? It's not
Yeah,
just
pretty much.
Yeah.
It's not just Xenocrates lands.
No, they actually have been there for quite some decades, living off of a phenomenon that was caused by Xena, and they actually have some information that they shared to us that I think they would be willing to even share to you. Pretty much, yeah, across it. I pretty much state that they have been scouting the Badlands for all of those years, and they actually gave us a very detailed layout of the lands, and where he's actually located at, or well, his center of power.
Yeah, as you start mentioning, where he lives, Tifa kind of steps up and says, "We know where Xenocrates resides. We've seen his tower. We know the lands. We know how to get there."
Yep.
And Loheim gives you guys like that very like wide-eyed, like, you say what? Look, and Drogue is just you know where he is, huh? Why come back all the way here? Why not go and challenge him?
Because we definitely are not powerful enough to challenge him. And I mean, I understand. We all understood that at some point that there was going to be a need to take him on, but in truth, from what we understand, is that the Badlands are in full, basically overrun by monsters and his own, I would say, probably what, army in a way. And so for us to get in there, it would probably mean that we would need assistance, which is kind of why we thought maybe we would bring some allies along and talk with you, and because you guys have more experience of this area.
We need assistance. We also need an army for this job.
I want to get to that, but Andrea says that, so yeah.
Drogue kind of takes it all in, looks around, glances over at Loheim. How many more of these ships can you make? And Loheim's like, well, I've already started working on others, but give me like a week or two, and I could get another 5 or 6 air vessels ready. Drogue thinks about it. Well, he's also got Brock back, and Brock is a beast when it comes to his fabrication.
Sure.
And
I guess that
Loheim, being an engineer, has already gotten the plans. He just needs to bust out and connect everything. And Drogue's like, all right, well, obtain as many hands as is required to make this as fast as possible. Tell our finest soldiers we are going to war. And Tifa even suggests that with the 100 dragon riders that they've brought, all of them would be more than happy to help organize and set up and build whatever is needed as a show of good faith.
I mean, the winged creature is gonna definitely help ease, lift heavy things for crews.
Yep. And so Drogue kind of looks back at Loheim, that's just still wide-eyeing the whole thing. We got work to do. We've got a lot of work to do. And then Drogue kind of dismisses himself. He's like, I'm going to go back and prepare myself. I'll get our generals on the horn, and we will start assembling what we need. And he kind of dismisses himself as he wanders back to the castle. And Loheim straight up like, all right, well, whatever you guys can do to help, we got more vessels to upgrade.
Sweet.
I know with Daniel not being here, he ends up going over to the Smiths and in Loheim, actually, and seeing if he can get any firearm upgrades. I don't think anybody else sent me
Ooh.
any possible upgrades that they're or new items that they might be looking at.
No, but I am gonna go check on my my little dragon egg.
Oh, shit.
I'm
I'm
go
also
check
heading
into
to the forge.
All right, so you guys head off to the forge. We're right outside the forge. There are these massive metallic tank structures. Pipes looks like they've been built. Protech, you recognize a lot of these components as they were the components that you guys helped build for Loheim and put together on the vessel that you guys have. So he's got like engine parts built and tanks and ready to go and pipelines ready to get connected. And like you can tell he's already been churning out components for at least one or two more airships. Stepping into the forge, you noted. Stepping into the forge, you notice that there's even more components built. There are large cylinder tubes mounted up against the wall. There's pipes hanging from the ceiling. And even you notice that in the middle of this raging infernal forge, as it's just fired up to no end and just churning out material, you notice that there is a dragon egg hiding in the fire. Still black as can be with a purple shimmer, but the outline of the egg is this molten, multicolored red, orange, yellow as it's embracing the heat of the flame.
Nice.
Okay.
What do you guys do as you enter?
I'm gonna wave at Brock.
Brock?
Kind of. Hey, Brock. You've been busy.
Passes the time.
I'm sure it does.
If I'm not working,
Probably
I'd be
could
drinking.
use an extra. Understandable. Well, I don't know. Sounds like we're gonna be in town for a couple days, so I'm here to give you a hand. Once again.
Yes. And he's got that shit-eating grin, ear-to-ear grin. Because, of course, the last time you helped out, you guys were able to really churn out product. And so almost immediately he's like, all right, stand there, grab that, do as I do. And, you know, what thing he's been working on. And now that there are two Goliaths forging and turning and bending metal, you guys finish out one of those cylinder tanks within minutes, where it would have taken him maybe the next hour to finish it on his own. And he puts that up against the wall, and we got more of these to make, but this should come out in no time. And so, yeah, he accepts Protech's help, and you guys just start churning out chip components to the point where by the end of the day, you guys are running out of space to put them.
Good.
I
mean, that's probably the best way that Protech can contribute to the war effort at the moment.
Right. Crosses. What else do you do in there?
Yeah, so while they're working on that, I'm obviously just kind of staying out of their way, having been around this environment myself. But I ask Brock if there had been any kind of sternness from the egg, since he would have been here the most and maybe have seen it.
He has mentioned that the egg has moved on its own a few times.
Nice.
And sometimes when he's really got the forge going, the fire turns from a blue to almost a purple.
Yeah, probably it's just a small side effect.
And then it stops, and then a couple hours later he'll churn again, and his flames change colors and whatnot. And he's like, if you're asking if there's been activity within the egg, I believe there has been activity in the egg.
Cool. So while weirdly to Crossus, that their hammering is actually a very meditational means because of the rhythm. So he's actually going to use that, but he's going to as a means of meditating. But he's going to focus on the egg while just staying out of their way, focusing on the magical life form in there.
We should bring
Basically,
Tifa or some of the Drodeca by at some point.
I will. Yeah, that's my plan.
Okay.
But basically, I'm going to just kind of develop my
Gotcha.
presence to the beast on the inside. See if I can't like imprint myself over time.
Okay. You're kind of using the sound of the forge and those two working to just kind of work on your own stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's like a weird meditational means,
No, that's completely fine. I mean, as an artificer, you've probably worked around forges all your life. That it is kind of just whether it be the heat because of the tiefling side of you or whatnot, but the entire environment is just soothing.
Yeah. So it hopefully helps me center much easier and focus on the baby on the inside. So
Spend enough time here, you might actually pick up some giantish.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the two of them are going to be speaking giantish the entire time, that you pick up a little bit of it.
Right.
All right. So with you two working on that, Chicken, what was Vil going to do?
Basically, looking through the sheet, I was going to go ahead and attune to the Amulet of Health.
All right. So you kind of find a nice quiet spot, probably down by the water, where you attempt to tune your Amulet of Health. With that, I would say, give me a, what would that be? Intelligence check?
Intelligence check. All right, here we go. Intelligence check. That was shitty. I got 3. Damn.
Well, your first hour you try and it doesn't really kind of go.
I don't feel any different.
Oh, okay. I had the wrong skill.
What's up?
Wisdom is attunement. Goes for attunement.
Oh, wisdom. Okay. Okay, so we'll go and do wisdom then.
I thought it was intelligence, and then I checked 15. It, and it's like, no, okay. All right.
Hey, that's it.
Let's see. But you just kind of sit by the water, you attune to it, and you're trying to like focus inward. And at first you thought, intelligence based, you're just gonna try to be like, I'm a smart person, I'm gonna attune to this easily, and you kind of get like
I am so smart.
locked out for a minute until you're like, oh, all right, let me try this again. And you start focusing on the item, and you kind of get this rush of serenity. You know, being by the water, being close to nature kind of deal. As you start to snap your focus, you're able to kind of like embrace its strength. You kind of like mentally have to prove yourself that you're capable and you're ready, and you know you're going to do some good things with it. And
Yeah.
after about an hour, maybe 2 hours of just sitting and meditating and focusing it, the amulet seems to unlock for you.
Yeah.
Granting you the attunement.
Yeah. Are there still dragons nearby? Or did those dragons? Are those white dragons still nearby, or did they fly off back to where they came from?
No, they're still there. They said that they were hanging out until you guys head back.
Oh, sweet. Let me see. Do we even? Let's see. Do I have like be able to talk to the dragons? Well, dragons. Yeah. Like this. Feature traits. Does Villian have draconic as a speech?
Nope. Common,
I
druidic,
don't
elvish,
have
and halfling.
draconic. Yep. No. Yep. No.
Different druid, different game.
Yeah, I know, right? So it looks like let me see. Mouse does let's see, beast bond. Does not have anything to talk with animals, some beast. Doesn't even have understand language. Looks like I might have to do this the old fashioned way then. Okay, looks like I'm gonna do the old-fashioned way because of this other new spell, and I know Vil's kind of already itching to try it out. And since there are dragons nearby, maybe the dragons might be able to help Vil understand this little form.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Draconic Transformation.
Oh.
Just to test it out, and then, test it out, and basically head over to the dragons, try to since I'll basically be a dragon myself. Hopefully, I'll be able to understand them. Maybe they might be able to help Vil understand how to be a dragon. Like whenever Vil goes in draconic form, maybe they might be able to give him pointers. Give her pointers.
Well, you don't really like turn into full dragon. You just adopt some features.
Sweet. Yeah, get wings. Woo!
Yeah, you sprout wings out of your back. They're incorporeal wings, so they are just like made of light, but they can still carry you. You obtain a breath weapon, which is noted by the small scales that kind of appear on your face a bit, parts of your body, but they're not enough to really add to AC. And you have this new sense of blind sight that kick in.
So with like all this kind of like all this excitement, kind of like let out the breath weapon into the air. You kind of know like a little triumphant roar and basically a bit of a breath weapon.
And that draws about 10 of the dragon riders over to your area, and some of them are like just tilting your head and very confused as to one of them even asked, were you jealous that we get to ride one, that you are trying to find a way to become one? Because you've
Kinda
given
like do the
yourself
whole
you've
finger
given
thing and
yourself
like
some you've given yourself some draconic features. Your eyes have kind of gone more dragon-like. Your teeth, your claws, kind of stud out. You get your wings, and you kind of have
Yep.
this. You kind of look like you're a druid with like draconic blood, but it doesn't just straight up turn you into a dragon and run around and stuff like that. So it's still kind of it intrigues the dragon riders because they're like, well, you got the wings, you got the breath weapon.
pretty much I'll just look at them, look at them, it's like, hanging around the dragon is kind of I guess basically awakens something inside me. And this feels great.
Andreas,
Kind of
be
like,
the
kind of
dragon
like
rider?
give like a little be like a strong like one of those little strong poses. Kind of like, this feels amazing. And
Mhm.
basically, I kind of like go for a fly around. I basically start flying around.
Yep. So they get summoned. You're still standing there. You go fly around for about 30 seconds or so before you have to land, because you can kind of feel that this draconic power starts to fade just as quickly as it came,
Oh shit! Yeah.
because it's a concentration
Yep.
for a minute. But you go ahead and
Yep.
land next to one of the dragon riders as your features return to normal, and that particular rider is just like, that's some interesting stuff.
You're telling me. This is amazing. I love it.
You can even tell that some of the wyverns were watching it, not knowing. Like, they seemed to
What to
be
make of it.
on attention. They weren't sure what to make of it, because you looked and acted like them, but that was about it. You still smelled funny to them.
Yeah.
Like, and then just as quickly as they were starting to get used to it, you revert back, and they're a little on
Yeah.
that.
What the?
Are you one of us? Are you not one of us? Like, what? They seem confused.
So I just stand there, kind of like look at the wyverns and pretty much give them like a thumbs up. I'm like, yeah.
I'd be careful how much
Yeah.
you encourage the wyverns. They might become more interested in you than they should.
The equivalent like that horse to walk to a person with a horse mask, takes off the mask, the horse freaks out.
or because you like to sleep outside, you'll middle of the night and there is a wyvern without a dragon rider coming to visit.
Oh god! Whoa! Whoa!
All right, so what's the rest of y'all do?
Just remember pineapple.
Fucking Goodberry! Goodberry!
That's a safe word.
Goodberries.
Fucking druids, man.
All right, Thorny and Andreas go off and do anything?
Dragon
We're
doesn't know what the
just
safe
stuck on
word
the
is.
ship, right?
Huh?
We're stuck on the ship.
Yeah, I mean, you guys
Right.
are probably going to utilize the ship as your place to stay
Base.
versus the basement of one of the temples that you guys, well, one of the hospitals that you guys were utilizing before.
I don't
Andreas is
know.
mainly just checking out the ship, doing his
Yeah.
captain duty.
I want to check out the ship and see what it has for, rooms and things.
Mm-hmm. So the ship. And the airship itself is
I will be right
purdy
back, I
from
use
the
restroom.
distance.
Birdie.
It's a 20-foot ship. It looks good at 20 feet.
Yo, birdie.
Oh, it's a lot bigger than that. It's got enough for, at least from the top part. I think we got the lower level too down here. Yeah, so you guys can see the top portion. Where the top deck has a single bedroom, a large office space, and a couple of desks and whatnot, kind of like captain's quarters, crew quarters, but when you guys are actively doing stuff. And then underneath, in the lower level down, there's a bunch of different
Mainly crew quarters and things like
crew
that.
quarters. There's a large open area, probably like maybe like a small chapel. The middle mast kind of utilizes like a hallway feature for the different sub rooms. You guys got, ballista rooms. I'm guessing that this is Protect's room because there's rubber duckies in a bath.
That's probably not far off.
You got holding cells. You got, the storerooms kind of ding. I'm expecting that one of these has probably got a small kitchenette or whatnot for making food and whatnot. You got your privies and storerooms, and you can either they have your own room for a bed. You've got probably like your wash house.
I was gonna say Thorny's probably gonna go to the chapel and pray.
Okay, so Thorny is gonna go hang out over here, and
Yep.
And as much as you can tell too, like the chapel part of the ship, unless you decide to make it, is currently not set up to be like any one type of deity or whatnot. Yeah.
I was gonna say
for being the only cleric of the group, you can change that if you so wish while you're down there.
I'm not gonna go crazy, but I am gonna just try to make a small
put a couple unicorn banners up.
Yeah, like a little small shrine to Mieliki.
There you go. All right. What do you do?
Like I basically said, just going around the ship. I'm gonna be probably the only one staying on the ship, taking care of it, kind of seeing what needs to be added, what I feel like could be added to the ship, stock inventory, and like seeing what we can improve. Maybe see if there's like a docksmith or like a portsmith I could talk to.
Probably speak to Loheim more than anything, since he's the one who designed it.
What will Loheim be? Back in his usual spot, right?
Probably, yeah.
That's what Edris will do. Edris will just try to go off and find Loheim.
Loheim's probably with Alamos. Probably working on staging area for the next ship to be upgraded once the components are done being forged. But I mean, unless you're preparing to have the ship not come back, stocking up its wares. I mean, granted, on the day and a half flight back, you guys probably shared some of your stores with the Dragon Riders. So refilling that, good idea.
Yeah, so that's what mainly Andrews is doing. But there is a thing that I want to ask Loheim about.
Okay.
As he goes over to walks over to Loheim, he's hoping to meet up with him. And can I spot him?
Yeah, you spot him. Like I said, he's in one of the fields with Alamos, prepping the area for the next ship upgrade.
Loheim, good sir, good pal of mine. I have not but a question to ask of you.
Okay. What is
The
it?
ship that you have, the ship you have made is a fine vessel, to be sure. I know ye be putting up upgrades to the next ones, but as a former captain, I'd like to get back into becoming said captain of all. And I would like to see if I could either buy this fine vessel that we have now, or another vessel you make I could also buy from you and potentially invest.
He looks at you kind of confused. Well, the ship you sail is your ship. It's the one that you stole from the Copperheads when you guys first came into port. Other than it just being upgraded and fitted to be an airship, all that's been done to it. It's all any of these ships are going to have done to them. You add too many more upgrades, as he quotes, air quotes, you're not going to be able to stay in the sky. You'll add too much weight. You'll have to increase the size of the engines. And it just becomes a pain. And I believe that Drogue and I had pretty much agreed to give you that vessel that you guys took back from the Copperheads as payment for the fact of Radir exclaiming that the ship that you guys originally had was damaged along the riverside and properly sunk.
Andrew's
that
just
correct?
gonna Andrew's just gonna kind of look to the side. Well, aye, true, but
So for
you see,
saving Radir and fighting off the Copperheads, the one ship that you guys did steal properly, we let you keep. Our ship rates put it back together, whatever was damaged, and the same vessel that you guys took to Apollona on Lake Jordan. It's the same one you guys came back on when you were found unconscious after defeating Lysander. All I did was
Andrew's,
make it airworthy.
I'm gonna note take all this information in as I kind of scratch my chin a bit, kind of pace back and forth with like a thinking kind of thing. Where he's like, true. The reason I ask is perhaps I could invest in some of these new upgrades you're building. For I would like, when we were creating this, weaponry and all of this thing, I want to create a fleet so that way we can have additional support. A fleet of my own to command.
What you're asking is going to take years. What we're doing now is preparing our entire city to potentially go up against an enemy that we've never been able to defeat before. And in the midst of trying to put at least 2 more vessels together, you want to ask for an entire fleet.
Not an entire fleet, but like enough so that the city can be well equipped on ships, so it can command them, keep them have the army of the city, so that way we could upgrade the ship enough to not only keep the city safe, but also have more men in case we need it.
Which would be asking for what, a bigger ship?
To upgrade the hull, or a bigger ship at least, yes.
Let's say your ship's hull is already armored. It's as heavy as it can be for the engines to be able to take it into the air. What you're asking for is for Loheim to design a massive ship that's going to take months, if not years, to do.
Damn.
Given that a lot of the ships that are currently built in Bruxis are the same size, if not smaller, than yours, he's just mass producing his original design. It's like you're not necessarily asking something bad. It's just not, you guys don't have the time to do it.
Fuck. Oh, we did have the time. Okay.
Hello?
Good question.
What's up?
Just going around and cancel
Perhaps is there anything I can do as
Yeah, because it doesn't actually unlock the card.
to help
It just flashes it.
stir
to
things
acknowledge it.
over, or at least perhaps
If it flashes green, it
find
unlocks the
people
door.
within
It's
the
not
city
going to
to
unlock the
train
door.
them, not only to sail, but to prepare themselves to fight.
for the whole resort because she doesn't know where her card is.
Yeah. All it will do is should flash yellow to
Somebody
signify
got
that it's reading the card.
Okay, it's turning green, I guess.
It wasn't opening the door. It was turning green. It was turning yellow, then green.
I don't.
and
Okay, is
now
that
it's just
the
red.
right question?
Turned yellow and then green, and now it's
What?
just red.
How I'm asking it?
I actually was talking to my wife
As far as I
in
know,
that
it should
moment
only
that you
turn
were
yellow.
talking to Badger about that question, so I technically
Unless
didn't even
some
hear
of the
your question.
doors that you're hitting,
I'm trying to see if I
you've
can
never
get,
had to use it, so it doesn't even
Originally, I was going
it
to see if we
doesn't
can get a
have that
fleet
card on
together,
record.
so that way we
Right.
can.
I heard that.
Okay,
Yeah.
that would make sense.
what was your-
But
You know,
And
there's nothing
my
to pull out of the
alternative,
system
yeah.
if it's
my
not in there to begin
alternative
with.
is to see if I can't grab a portion of the
And the doors
city,
that if it turned
either to
green
help
on
them
doors that you
sail,
know
or
you've
at
gone
least
in and
help
out of,
them
especially at like student
not
housing
sail,
and
but more
whatnot,
so
then
like
it's
get ready to fight,
doing the
kind
thing.
of deal.
But yeah, as far as I know, the cancer card,
Cannons,
once you get it loaded, is just tap and go.
Properly train them to fight. in
And
case
once
we're
you
doing
got
long
the
range, and
resort,
properly
then you can
fight
make a new card.
I get the
close
concept.
combat.
That would be Badger's call. I mean, I don't think that would be
That makes
not.
sense.
That would probably be within the realms of what we're trying to achieve. Yeah. So
Mhm.
Because I know she hasn't had that
And my
card
understanding is that's
too long.
what they're already trying to do.
yeah. So if
So
you
there
if
might
you
be doors
being
that she's never had to go
having
through
been a
with the
captain
key
and now
card because
you
normally
have
on day
actually
shift
even
everything's
piloted an
open.
airship, you have more experience, so you could actually probably go forward,
But once
find
it's
some
all
guys who
done,
who
then you can
may have
go
experience around the seas, who'd be
in
willing
through
to actually
the
be the
card
pilots
check. You know
or
how you
the
search
the,
cards
the
and
helmsmen
cancel the
for
cancel
the
card,
ships that he's currently
cancel
building,
her other
and teach
card,
them some tricks
and
about
then make a
the
new
airship
key
so
fob
that
or whatnot.
they themselves can maneuver
As if you
a lot
make
easier when
another
it comes
staff
down
card.
to
So
when it comes down to it all.
Pretty much.
So, yeah.
He's been through everything.
okay,
In the realm, I think that would probably be a good question. Yes.
It's
We'll just have to see what Badger
Shadows
says.
Cabin too, and then you go to the dome with 12. Alright.
I think the best part is
Thank
place
you.
to start is either the tavern or center of the city. Make a lot of noise and be like, "Who wants to be part of a crew?"
need anything else? Huh?
Down to the docks. That's probably where a lot of the captains themselves reside because they'll stay on their ships.
And you know where the fobs are,
looking for
right? If
guys
she wants
themselves.
one.
Right. I just gotta convince him.
Apparently she wants a card.
Okay. And then remember that second drawer in the very back. If she wants one of those black cases, she can have it. It's like second. Okay. All right.
Staff card, right?
Yep. Staff card. Look for her once you cancel the other cards. And then it should just let you make it.
Alright, walk me through this real quick. Although I have been going through the book. Just to refresh myself.
So for what? Making a card or canceling card? Okay. Well, for cancel, you go under the lists tab. You go search cards. You put in the AB for Alicia. And then you click on which one you want to go, and then you don't discard, you hit cancel, and it'll pull that out of the system. You do that for all of her cards that are showing.
No.
Yep, in the bottom left corner, you hit lists.
Operator.
No,
Oh, no.
Cards.
No.
not users, cards.
Okay.
How's everyone doing?
It's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
Yeah, it's Saturday. Happy
Bangles.
pre
Hey, fuck my life.
happy pre St. Patrick's Day.
Hey, welcome, baby.
Yo.
So you got the cards canceled?
Daniel, I'm glad you're here.
Gotcha.
Glad you're here.
Why,
So,
chicken?
Did you know, Dan? Did you know your name's on the front page of D&D Beyond?
Was it? Vecna. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Oh, don't be vexed by hexes. Oh,
Don't
fuck's
be
sake.
Daniel by hexes. Exploring the Tomb of Annihilation with maps. Don't be Daniel by hexes. Vexed.
Fuck you.
So I always put it back in the
sorry, I've
card
been sitting
box.
on that joke all day. I was waiting for you to get here.
Okay.
Oh my. Don't
Bitch,
doubt
you eat my
it.
Pop-Tarts? You eat my fucking
It was
Pop-Tarts?
being unnecessarily difficult.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's fine.
What?
The girl that I gave that parking ticket to was working at the lake today.
Alright, so what's going on? What are we waiting on?
This is gonna be awkward.
What did I
Badger
miss?
Had a phone call.
Full parking warning.
Oh, bad
Well,
job.
I guess
what?
since he's on the phone call,
Fun.
yeah, Daniel. So, level
I
up.
guess. Hey.
So in the
Oh,
meantime,
level
you
up.
can do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So while we're waiting for him, you can do that. Since you're now
girl.
on.
Ooh.
And pretty much we've been helping around the city because we arrived and pretty much didn't have to take too much convincing. Bruxus has agreed to assist us with going to war to try to take out Xeno. So we've all just been going
Oh,
around
nice.
doing our own shit.
Yeah,
I
babe.
think
Simon.
probably
Yeah.
maybe only about a day.
Apparently, everyone's basically telling Villa be careful about Villa's new draconic transformation because it might give some wyverns the wrong message.
Back him say.
Goodberries is the safe word.
Wait, what?
Goodberries is the safe word.
I don't.
Wait, so sorry, what happened? I had to bloody mum.
Oh, Vil, I guess, has earned a new transformation called draconic transformation, and
Draconic
she walked
transformation.
around in front of some of the wyverns, and I guess some of the male wyverns got a little excited. Who fucking knows? I don't know.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, and everyone's telling me
It's
be
the
careful. You might get
circle
a
of life.
wyvern.
thick with 2 C's.
Say that again, Perma. Say that again. I dare you. I dare you. I double dog dare you,
Circle of
motherfucker.
life?
Say it again.
You motherfucker.
I warned you, motherfucker. I warned you, motherfucker. Anyway.
Don't make
Leo,
me beat your
yeah.
ass.
Okay.
Bill got the draconic transformation now.
Yeah, but yeah, Hokie said.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
now we're
yeah,
just waiting for Badger.
yeah.
Badger had a phone call.
Yeah.
Andreas was
Yeah.
trying to always ask the impossible as he usually does.
Yeah.
Then try to slowly, tell him, hey, we need to maybe tone it down. You're here at 11. We need to be at a 3.
Hey, I don't think that was an unreasonable ask.
To make a
You
fleet?
need to tone it back a bit. You need to tone it back a bit. You need to tone it back a bit, Perma. You need to tone it back a bit.
Okay, well, all right. The fleet is, yes, I understand, but I'm talking about like trading the people on the ships. That's not an unreasonable ask.
No, that's the 3 that we're talking about.
I came back
Today's
at the wrong
subject,
moment.
slavery.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I guess
was-
I didn't miss the mark.
Today's subject, slavery.
Ability score improvement. Ooh.
No, we're just.
I have so
filling
many.
Daniel in,
Ooh.
so
You know what? I'm gonna take I'm gonna get the strength score. What's my current?
Still no Badger yet.
no Badger yet.
Yeah, Badger yet.
Still no bad yet.
Yeah, he's been on the phone.
So anyone been playing Helldivers?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
No, I have not.
Alright,
gotten
I'm
into
not
it.
that cool yet. I'm not
I
that
want
cool
the
yet.
game so bad.
It's worth the buy. It's good.
Oh yeah, it is definitely worth it. I just haven't had the chance. The wife and I are moving, so we're getting ready to get stuff packed up, and I got back into Magic the Gathering, so a lot of my money's been going into there.
See, I am so like I hate I work second shift, but it's such a blessing because I can't go play Magic.
Gotta love it when your
Because I
coworkers
would
call you.
I'm that person. I have what I want in my head,
Mhm.
and I don't really go for. Oh well, I could do this instead because it's cheaper. Magic gets me in trouble.
Hello.
I had
There
to
we go.
had to very much.
Shaddies.
Yeah, the wife had to be like, "No, this is the second time you're
Hello.
going to
Hey,
do
he's
this.
back. He's back.
You're
ladies
going to
Welcome
and
start
back,
changing
Daniel.
budget
Welcome
friendly."
back.
So,
Welcome
yeah,
back. Hope
no.
you had fun.
Josh filled me in that Vil got fucked by a dragon.
I don't know about
Not
fun, but
yet, no.
Yeah, not
there was some
yet.
things
No, we
implied, I
haven't gotten
guess.
there. No, we haven't yet.
At the rate chicken is going, they're.
You do.
I mean, there are some of us who do walk around with, like, minor illusion and polymorph. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to just pull a prank on chicken.
It's not canon yet, but
I mean, so far in all of my campaigns, I've never had a dragon fucker yet. But you never know.
Nor will you ever now. Nor will you ever.
Hey, the first bard that I made with Nyla, I was about to make her the horny bard beam.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
No, I know. I cannot see. At this point, I cannot see Nyla doing that. I really cannot.
the problem is you can't give someone 20 charisma and not, expect them.
Exactly.
Try to do anything, Well, we were still on Andreas, so I think Andreas finally figured out what he actually wanted to do there, Badger. So
Okay, which is
go forward.
So instead of going through all the fleets, everything, Andreas is gonna see about asking more on grabbing a handful of people from the city, some captains and such, and seeing if not taking the airship too far, but like just enough where they can like do some maneuvers, how to fight, how to defend, and give them some captain tips for the captain. And try to take command that way.
For that, he points to the castle. Go talk to Drogue. He was the one who was assembling all the fighters.
I go to Drogue.
All right, so you make yourself all the way to the top of the hill, all the windy roads, all the way up there. Out in the courtyard. Out in the courtyard, you find this massive assembly of soldiers, fighters, retired adventurers, magic casters, everyone who can actually fight in Bruxus gathered in this courtyard. You got Drogue watching from the door up on a ledge as some of his next civilian commanders are, they're like training, working out, remembering how to do stuff. It's been a while since, which is part of Lysander's issue, it's been a while since Bruxus has done any fighting. So you can kind of tell that they're a little rusty, but Drogue is front and center, watching everything going on. So you go over and chat with him?
Yep.
All right. He kind of sees you approaching, and he kind of like gestures you off to the side.
Andreas!
He kind of gestures to come around the outside and, kind of offers a bench. He's like, come sit. What is it that I can do for you?
Kind of sits down next to him, kind of have a smile on your face. I be needing a favor for you, or a question I might ask.
We need a favor.
What need of ye?
We need a cereal that won't cut the roof off of children's mouths.
Oh, one of those do not exist.
Damn.
Hey, what?
See,
a cereal that tastes great in milk.
cereal. No. I'm just gonna look at him. He's like scratching his chin. Your fighters,
crunchy in milk.
How well versed are they on the air or on the sea? When it comes to combat, versatile, are they good, or are they rustic?
Did you just ask if the captains are rustic?
Not the captains themselves, more like the other adventurers, some of the newly ones, such.
Well, they come from all walks of life, come all from all different things. And what is it that you're looking for?
See, back in the old world, or the other world that I used to be for belong to, I was a feared pirate captain out on the seas. However, I had a crew who, when we did things together, when fighting, we fought like we were one unit. We were open arms, ready to fight with our endorsement of our lives, like it was every day was the last of our life. Looking upon these fine folk here, some captains, gold captains, new ones, and I wonder if I could possibly help along train some of the newer folk and possibly give out some tips to some well-known ones, some maneuvers that I have learned.
So you're asking to train the some of the captains for airship maneuvers and training, but you're specifically asking for younger ones?
All, actually. Old, younger. I actually wish to see if I can't commandeer a crew and see if I can't also build one up. And while doing so, also for the newer ships that are being built, when they are received a captain of themselves, I can teach them all about the finest works of teamwork and such. What the fuck, chicken?
You see, we are a our towns and cities have been trading and fishing and boating. Each ship that you've seen out there today belonged to somebody. If you are simply trying to teach them how to pilot a airship is one thing. But what you're asking me is to give you forces to simply have. Don't you already have a crew? And you're not satisfied with them? You speak like you're speaking in riddles, and I'm trying to understand what you're actually asking.
He kind of looks over at him. Nay, I don't want to get another crew, but only to add the how big of the ship again? Like, can it be run by just us, or does it need to be run by more people in case we're in a fight?
Well, you guys have been flying around on it. You tell me. Can you guys handle it on your own? I don't think you would have gotten there and back if you needed more people.
Well, in any case, I'd at least like to help train some of the people who are when the ships are being built. My main goal is so that they're experienced and ready instead of, you know, less experienced, or in case there's a maneuver that could have easily been avoided. While I appreciate my crew, yes, don't get me wrong, I like a crew here and there, but
he just kind of raises his hand to stop you. Points over at one of his generals. Collect all the captains who are going to be piloting the upgraded airships. Tell them to go to the docks. Tell them to go meet Captain Andreas here at the Muscovoy to be properly taught how to fly these things. And then he kind of looks back over at you. They'll meet you down there when they can.
Awesome. And some of the younger people, in case, say, whenever we get boarded, I'd like to, besides the piloting, I'd like to also train some of the people here on land later how to sword fence and everything, as well, if there's time.
If we have time.
And Andrew smiles, nods, and then he goes down to the docks. And he just like waves by. He's like, "Thank you."
All right. So I think that's kind of got more things going. The Forge is kind of in a fit of the giggles. But they work with great purpose. Despite how strong the Forge goes, you guys are no longer bringing out large pieces of machinery. But anybody that walks by can tell that you guys are hammering away at something in there. Designing, building, mass producing. But yeah. So that concludes one of the days. Let's say a couple of days go by. Project, that side project, ends up getting finished.
Nice.
In between all of the, at some point you guys stop working on ship parts until you get Loheim and company and some of the Dragon Riders to haul some of that material away. So then you guys have room to put more stuff down. So yeah, there's a bit of a break where you guys are like, okay, well, we don't have any more room to put ship parts. What else do we do? And that's where it's like you guys are working on side projects. Andreas, you did spend one of those days where all the pilots show up to the Muscovy, and you take them out on a little flying adventure, showing them how all the gears work, how the engines are set up, what all the dials and gauges mean, as you figure it out on your flying adventure.
Nice.
And through Alamos, that pretty much has the photographic memory of the entire manual. So even if stuff does go, so if something goes wrong that you don't know how to deal with, you know somebody who can deal with it.
Yeah.
But you kind of give them a kind of crash course, like, okay, so when you get your ship, you're gonna do this, and you get it into the air, but doing this, and this is how you maneuver it. And yes, it's gonna feel weird as like they're all rocking back and forth, like it's on violent seas, but it's like, no, this is normal. And while they're in the air, you kind of give each of them a couple of minutes at the helm, trying to steer and, couple of maneuvers and whatnot. And by the end of the day, you get your ship landed, and they go off excited to see their ship upgrades. And over those 2 days, at least one ship gets finished. So now there are 2 airships floating around in the docks, ready to go. But yeah, Alamos.
Yes.
You've been diligently working with Loheim and all the things. What did you want to do during that time frame?
I kind of I want to pull him aside when there's a second. It's just a little bit of a personal question for him.
Okay. During one of the evenings after that second shift has been completed, that you kind of find a moment to, pull him aside and go, "Can I speak to you for a second?" He's like, "Yeah, sure. What's up? What's on your mind?"
I know there isn't a lot. There may not be a lot of time left for any of us. So I feel like I would be wasting this if I didn't ask it now. Everyone here, if we win, everyone here gets to go home. What happens to me? I don't know if I'm from here. Sure, I was made here. But, and then I kind of like pound my chest. This isn't. Who was I?
The four of you, as he mentions to your, not only yourself, but to your known brothers and sisters kind of thing.
Right.
We're all built here. We're all designed here. And yes, that means the souls in your component were people that I knew personally that had died in one way or another. But to all who had, in my design, in our designing of these war forges, agreed to be utilized to bring you guys to life.
Were they from here? Will here even exist when we're done? If we win?
I don't know. The hope is that once we defeat Xenocrates, then we can finally demand him to send us home. And given that your soul was taken from is derived from somebody who was brought here, I can only assume in some way you too will go home. But where home is, I'm not sure. I don't even know if I'm going to be going home, the home that I remember. Some of us have been here so long, maybe our homes don't exist anymore. For some of us, what used to be a small village might be a booming city. We don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there.
In the event we don't see each other again, thank you.
I don't think in all my years anybody's ever really thanked me like that, but you're quite welcome. And let's just hope we can all get out of here. That these vast years have just been one long nightmare. That we'll all just wake up to be back in our own beds, in our own homes, surrounded by the people that may or may not still be there for us. We'll ironically cease one version of living here and return to something that feels a little bit more real.
That was fucking unscripted. That was
Mhm.
just...
Yeah. So yeah, time will tell. And even in my infinite
boy,
wisdom,
man.
I don't know what's in store for us. I don't know what's going to be happening. I wish I knew that.
And that's the part that worries me.
I've studied as much as I can about this Parallax. Even I don't know much of anything when you consider the grand scale of it all. I've unlocked a lot of the inner workings of this thing. But until we can find a way to confront the source,
That's all we can know.
that's all we can do.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. He kind of starts wandering back off to his workshop to go sleep. All right. Unless anybody else wants to do anything, we'll say that.
Nope.
Uh,
My day has just been sitting in the forge with the dragon egg. Well, not in
it's
the forge.
Yep, in the
It-
forge.
it's
Are you fire resistant?
I mean, I do actually have fire resistance. Yes, tieflings have
I
fire.
mean, you're sitting pretty close.
And I also have absorb element. I picked that up for the day, so you know,
So you could sit in. You could sit in the
could
forge.
technically have sat with the egg. Yeah,
where is it that you in the forge go and sleep?
me.
Do the two of you guys go back to the ship every night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah. Probably. Yeah.
Okay. It's been a little over a week. Been about 9 days. All of the refitting, even though you guys were still busting out ship pieces, they've upgraded 4 vessels to be airships, so
damn.
now there's 5. Your side project is complete.
There's your fucking fleet, Andreas. You don't need that much.
You guys
Fucking
have
5 is
a
fleet.
you guys have a chest of goodies, as I would say.
Always.
And what if
I wanted to say the
Thorny?
chest probably looks more like a bucket.
A giant bucket. Just,
No, they'd be
yeah,
stealing
just
my
crate.
bucket.
You mean like a crate kind of thing,
What?
like a giant crate?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can believe that.
And the project for
did
Thorny?
Oh yeah, the project for
That's part of the completed project.
Fantastic.
nice. So all that armor.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I missed a bit due to internet connection issues.
Mostly it was Andreas and such. So
Yep.
fit it along. No worries.
This flamethrower, what's the liquid coming out? Because I want to say it's gasoline, but it looks that could be a good idea.
All right. So it's a new. So you said it's 9 days. So just a new morning of the 9 days, and we're all on the boat. So okay, cool. Verifying that's again Phil.
We've got people commenting here, watching from Puerto Rico,
Okay.
Ontario, Canada. We've got
I got a couple of things I'm looking up quick.
watching and hopefully not from work. We had a lot of people getting paid from their employers to be watching the off-road games yesterday at work.
I knew you were gonna want that. Okay, whatever.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
doesn't help too that one of those JKs, especially one like this should make it with 1-ton axles, big heavy parts, big heavy, got a lot of sub parts too underneath that are
What?
that's gotta be side.
Oh, now I need to know.
Hmm?
He may be second guessing that all the cylinders after he gets out there, he might be like, I think I should have just rolled around in the dirt because I expected that more.
Can I go beyond?
It is so nice to not have that wind out there today like we just had. To beaten up by the
Okay,
wind,
so that one
you're gonna be able to make it through.
weird. Church, that first one is supposed to be in sight, right?
Double check is in here from Mexico, from Las Vegas, Iowa, all over the world, checking out and hanging out here with us. The off-road game. This is brought to you completely free on both the Matt's Off-Road Recovery mobile app as well as YouTube. What a production we've got here. And let's see if we can take a look at our drone shot, because it looks like I do see a Cybertruck there. Yeah, there is definitely a Cybertruck there.
Don't.
We hear about them going up, and I think that they did.
Looks like it, instead of having tracks on it, might have paddle tires on it.
Okay, well that doesn't do.
They are by far the slowest.
Church, I'm not a big fan of you right now. Just so you know.
I don't think Church was supposed to get something.
He messaged me about wanting to pick up one of 3 things.
Oh.
And I'm reading them, and either way, I would be signing off to my own frustration.
Oh no.
And one of these would just be a flat buff. Another one is going to be I mean, this wouldn't be horrible. That one wouldn't do much.
Oh. I was muted. So it's just food for thought. I was just trying to figure out a way to bump DC. And there's no good way for a cleric. We don't get like a pack keeper's rod or anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, the stone, which I'm guessing is the insight.
Yes, that's the wisdom one, I believe.
Yes. From what I see, it doesn't really do too much.
No, that's probably the least
because it goes to a maximum of 20, which you're already at.
Wait, it doesn't bump it higher?
Oh,
then
wisdom score increases by 2 to a maximum of 20, and that's what you're already at.
Like I said, that's just food for thought, though. If you could brood me something kind of like a pack keeper's rod or something that could help my DC get a little higher, that'd be fine.
Now.
It's 17, and it's not getting any higher anytime soon.
Your DC for like your spell saves?
Yes.
18.
Oh, it
well, probably
got one with the last level.
Yep.
Yeah. But
I'm back. Sorry.
That's literally the only thing I was looking to increase, and there's not a good way for clerics to do it.
No.
What'd I miss?
And I think anything that increases, I forget what goes into DC. Is it just
Proficiency, modifier, and things that increase DC, which there's not a lot that aren't restricted to like the Pack Keeper for Warlocks or the Moon Blade or whatever for Druids. I mean, Thorny could also look for a horde of diamonds because like all of my spells take diamonds, but
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of game the creators thought this was going to be when there's just going to be diamonds everywhere, but
Right.
like how big would 1,000 gold diamond be? That's a big ass fucking diamond.
So okay, so the formula to DC is 8 plus spellcasting modifier plus proficiency bonus.
Yes. And any additional bonus on top of it you can get from equipment, but
Yep.
clerics get none of that equipment. Like I said, it doesn't have to be any of that stuff. That's just the only stuff that's hard written to kind of
Yeah.
bump it. You could take time and think of something, and I'd be more than happy with that.
Oh yeah. As soon as I look up how to increase spell save DCs for clerics, if I do it to warlocks, I get a list of feats and items.
Yep.
If I type in clerics, I get homebrew items.
Yeah. Because short of stuff that is super rare and very powerful, there's not a lot of ways to do it in the rules. Because like I love the books, but like the ones that permanently boost stats, but they are extremely powerful.
Yeah.
Because they don't just boost, DC. They also boost all your checks and all the other fun stuff.
So with that, spell ability. Otherwise, we increase your ability modifier.
Yeah.
So
like
let's go with the orb.
All right.
Just because I think the secondary part of it, orb the veil.
Yeah.
Just because I think that the secondary bit on it might be a little bit fun.
Yeah, I can see that. It's a bit of a my precious.
Mm. Well, not to mention, I like it how the part about the non-magical flames too.
Yeah, it has some fun.
Interesting. Oh no! Why would the cleric run into the burning building? Wait, what? What? Comes out all like Jason and Freddy, like. Yeah, so let's do that for now because that then we should bump that up to a 22.
Yeah,
and then that should pump up your spell DC to.
It'd only be +1.
Oh well.
Yeah, because it's bonus. It's the modifier, like the +5.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Not the straight. That's why, like I said, if I could find something that was just pure DC, like the Pact of the Rod, or Pact, yeah, it'd be one thing. But clerics don't get any of that, sadly.
Oh, actually, that will. It's a attunement item. That is.
It is. So I'm gonna have to make choices.
Versus the tome, which would have just been a straight up buff. I guess that's up to you. And then I'll look into other things that we can do for that too.
Yeah.
So. A ding ding.
Yeah, sorry there, Badger. I also messaged you just your thought on. I'm not looking for anything particular, really, honestly. I have limited slots till later artificer levels, and even still, they get filled up by some of the shit that I could do.
I was gonna be funny and just be like, well, it depends on which one gets. Oh, you're gonna do the thrower.
So the thrower's still an effective weapon. I just can't
Yes.
throw it anymore.
You just can't do the throwing part of it. Yeah.
Yeah. But Thorny has other ranged options. The thrower was just a dwarven specific thing I thought was cool. Especially after reading the Driz books, it really makes me, want to build that dwarven warrior, just fucking heaving hammers.
Oh god, yeah, dude. His shit. What is it? Was it Brunar or Wolfgar? Because
Wolfgar.
Wolfgar, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Wolfgar was the usual one that does the throwing.
Yeah, he has the magical hammer that does it,
Yep.
but at least as lore, it's a dwarven hammer. Wolfgar is the exception to the rule.
Yep. Yeah, he got that. Fuck, I can't remember. I have a best friend that just has read pretty much all of them himself too, and he's a big Driz fan. So
I'm like 27 books into the series or something.
wow, you're far further than me. I've only read up to the part where he's gotten out of Mesber. I always butcher it, but his homeworld.
Menzo-Barathon.
Yeah. And then he's been traveling around in Icewind Dale for a little bit. So I've only gotten up to like the early parts of his life, well before the spell plague thing that happened.
Yeah.
Well, you
there was
are
the Orc
in
King,
luck.
and I think was it either before or after that. Can't remember. But Artemis, have you gotten into then him running into Artemis yet? Then,
which time?
Okay, so you are very much, yeah. So very much into that, yeah.
Like I said, it's a great series.
It is. I love it.
Like
Other
even if you're
than-
not a D&D fan, just the story by itself is amazing.
All right.
DM's choice there, Badger. I don't really care if they're both attainable. Then DM's choice.
I say have them both.
Okay, I appreciate that then.
Let's say one can be found, the other one probably he has in his possession. Because I mean, he are one. So.
Cool. Nice.
All right. So with that,
so then I take my time to read the book also on the side whenever things are going on.
Yuppers.
Come on.
And I know Jax is gonna do something weird where he ends up giving 2 of his items to Loheim.
Yeah, I do actually have 2 items that I could either sell to him if he wants them. A Stone of Good Luck and just a Scroll of Fairy Fire. I've just been carrying them. I mean, technically somebody could take them, but I think with it being also an attunement item, there's limited
What's the
slots.
stone of good luck?
Basically, it gives you a +1 on all of your DC saves. It gives you a plus to your initiative. I think that's it. Yeah. a +1 to all of your
Ah.
DC saves and a + to your initiative. But you also have to
And
attune
that's
to it.
attunement.
So, yep, exactly.
Yeah, that's the one huge caveat in 5e is attunement slots are rough. Unless you're an artificer.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you go straight artificer, so you can get those up into the lower levels, like where we're at, or into the higher levels where we're at.
Yeah.
That's when they benefit. But if you multi-class like I did, then
it's less of a benefit, sadly.
Yeah. You got to pick and choose again still. So, but that's all good.
I'm trying to decide if I want the Ring of Evasion or not.
It's a good ring.
It is. Do you have?
Yeah, but I've
you don't have it
automatically, right? Pardon?
You didn't get evasion from one of your classes because you're a fighter.
No. Well, it's not even evasion. It's just if I fail a dex check, then I can use a charge to just succeed it. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I mean it's basically.
But it's like at the same time, I already have a +5 to dex, so it's going to be very on kind of rare occasions where I fail a dex check.
Bro.
So,
but again, at the same time, I've not got any other items, so I might as well use it.
I'll also say, Crassus, in your week so far, you're several times helping the Goliaths doing their thing, and because the two of them pretty much speak giant the entire time, you learn a new proficiency.
Oh yay!
Ooh.
You learn giant.
Yay!
By listening and trying to speak it back and whatnot. And
Hey, Badger. We're still in town, right? We're still in town, right?
Yep.
All right. Bill's gonna be like, "Fuck it, I'm going for a drink." Bill's heading for for the tavern, if there is a tavern.
Okay.
Nice.
Yay! And I get hammered.
So Crossus learns giant, and I forget dwarven.
That's like an
well,
evolution.
Crossus is very intelligent, so he very much would slowly over time would have picked up on it. Yeah.
Crossus wants to learn giant, but has to forget a move. What is he going to forget? Dwarven. There we go. Poof.
Oh no, that would be
forgets
horrible.
dwarven.
Yeah, Protect forgot dwarven because he lost his belt of dwarven kind.
What happened to the belt?
It got dechanted.
No, it's back.
That's.
Oh,
you're
just not wearing it. Gotcha.
Yeah, Bill's gonna basically head to the tavern. He kind of like kicks on the door, like, "Where's the barkeep? Pour me like 5 of your strongest drinks. Let's go!" And I basically just walk like as I'm saying that, walking up to the top. I'm basically saying that as I'm walking up to the bar and just slapping it like 5 times. Like, "Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!"
I want to know what the fuck happened to Liv.
She got replaced.
Yeah, I know.
Not sorry. Liv is not here anymore. Liv is basically on hiatus. Liv is basically on a permanent hiatus. This is under new management. Villa's new management.
All right.
Wait a minute. Is that a cannon right next to a bathtub full with a rubber ducky? What the fuck? That's a cannon in a bathroom. What the hell?
Don't ask questions you don't need to know the answer to.
That's Protect's personal bedroom.
I was gonna say
personal cannon.
Exactly.
It's got a bathtub, a cannon, and a shitter. What else do you need?
Now just imagine Protect just sitting in the tub. It's like he just pulls the string and whatnot.
Fires missiles, but I would like a bath.
I need to go to the toilet in the middle of battle.
No, I feel like every little cannon shoot out a cannonball, but Protect shoot out like fucking miniature duckies, rubber duckies.
Oh my god!
Like, damn it, Protect!
All right.
Yum.
I want you to think of the absolute horror of airmailing armored chickens to the enemy.
Yes. Yes. That's why, you know what? That's why you need to hop on top. Hop on Vill's back. We fly over an enemy ship, and you just start making it rain armored chickens on them.
See, if we're gonna start airmailing chickens, then we also need to get some explosive ruins.
I mean,
We're not. I don't. We're not gonna
Popcorn
say.
chicken?
We're not gonna say.
Exactly.
Although,
Can we do that with the ward spell
do-
too? Potentially, I think doesn't ward do something like?
Depending on the DM's
oh
ruling.
god, we're not. We're not doing suicide chickens. We're not doing suicide bomb chickens.
No, we're doing popcorn chicken. Made to order.
Oh my.
And we pay for delivery.
Adu akbak. Adu akbak.
No, you did. You did not just say. You did. That sounded. That sounded like something chicken.
What?
I'm not gonna repeat what I heard, but that sounded like something. Yeah, and you know what you said as well. You know. Which I think makes it more worrying.
Where are you? There you are, Daniel.
I like that.
If you're gonna send me something, I don't think I want to know. Oh god. Yeah, that's exactly what I heard.
All right, so Jax ends up trading out some of his stuff.
I'll just.
Jax ends up grabbing a ring of protection from Loheim as he trades in some of his other gear that was dispelled and wasn't able to utilize. And then I rolled him a very weird item. But yeah, if nobody wants your luck stone of good luck,
I haven't heard
then
anything. So
If I was close by, I would definitely take that stone.
Do I?
I would take the luck stone, but I'm in the tavern, kind of working up a tap right now.
Well, I'm pretty sure this will be a discussion when you guys are back at the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
this
does anyone
early.
want the belt of dwarven kind?
I mean,
what does that one do?
I feel like Alamos with a beard would be funny.
can Thorny grow two beards?
I don't know. Can you?
I don't think so.
I mean, Jack still has an attunement spot left open, so.
Wait. The person that can pretty much chameleon himself at any time wants a beard.
I mean, he can just make. I mean, he probably does have facial hair, just carry it around. But the Constitution increase.
True.
For someone who's otherwise kind of
Squishy.
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 Yeah,
Mhm.
he's very squishy. He's very stealthy, but very squishy. Yeah, Jax will take it off of you for now.
Okay. Because otherwise, I'll just wear it because it's a nice belt.
Well,
I kind of want to see if the belt of dwarven kind would let you run the thrower. But 2 attunement slots to chest, that would be interesting.
So essentially, get the belt to
make you a pseudo dwarf.
Yeah.
That was going to be an idea for Protect, but Protect already has the returning trident.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if anyone want to make a swap for the Wing of Evasion, it's up there for offer.
Oh, did I sell
Not
the
really,
gold?
I don't really get much use out of it.
I now speak Dwarvish.
Always a good language.
But But yeah, if there's any items that you guys want to give to Loheim that you guys aren't using or whatnot, feel free.
Question: What
Yes,
what
mean-
items did you give Loheim?
I was gonna say I'll donate a set of half plate. plus
he had his pact, a Rod of the Pact Keeper that he can't use anymore.
one. Why?
Because
Why?
it got debuffed.
Oh,
And it was one of the items that couldn't. And
ouch.
and it's not one of those items that still can be used unless, yeah. Jax had
Yeah.
3 items that got debuffed, but only one of them I rolled to return. So he's got his Robe of the Archmagi. But his his Pact Keeper, and I forget his 3rd item that got debuffed. It was a sad day for me. I rolled a 1 on that one. You get 1 item back, but the other 2 are done. Unlike some of you guys that, you can't use the magic in it anymore, but it still counts as an item.
Mm-hmm.
For Jax, it was when I lost those 2 items, it was like, well, it's done so. So he donates them for material. He got himself back for Ring of Protection because Lawheim was like, I don't got much else to give you. So, woohoo, +1 to AC.
So Vil is going to take the stone of the stone of luck then. Is that right, chicken?
Woo!
Okay. All right. So yeah, just put that on your sheet, and then I will give Loheim that scroll of fairy fire.
Okay.
So I don't know. It's a
Alright,
first
let me
level
see.
spell, so
Yep,
whatever.
hold on to it and whatnot.
Are there any magic item shops in the town or no?
Not really. Loheim seems to be the proprietor of most things arcane. Because you have mages, but that's just because Loheim is like, if Loheim had a character sheet, he'd be a 3-part multi-classer, sorcerer, wizard, and artificer.
Interesting source.
Fair enough. Then in that case, if no one's interested in the Wing of Evasion, I'm just gonna take it to Loheim and say, hey, do you have anything for this? It's useful to someone, but not for me.
Yeah,
Is
we'll
that
take
ring
it.
an atonement type? An attunement
Yeah,
type?
it's attunement.
Never mind.
Same thing with I have a set of +1 half plate that if no one wants, I will donate.
Too heavy for me.
What does?
It's
just check my
16 AC, disadvantage on stealth.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that would counter the
That-
boots that I just picked up off.
I was
the
gonna say that stops most people, the disadvantage in stealth.
Yeah.
I just picked up the boots of Elvenkind, so it just gave me advantage on stealth.
I would like to sell off the trident for its gold value.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forget you're gonna be fucking rich.
Whatever that would be.
Well, out of everyone that you find that would be interested in the gold value, your new friend Brock is the most interested.
Okay.
And for that much in gold, he offers you 500 gold for it.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
You have to consider too that a lot of items that can be blacksmith with inlines of gold and then have that item become a magic item can be very potent.
I mean, it's no longer magical, but
no, but the material is still gold.
True.
And anything that becomes magic is also a high-end item anyway. It's good quality.
Mm-hmm.
So even when that is magic, it's still a excellent weapon.
Yep.
Yes and no. I mean, before being
Typically.
disenchanted, or after being disenchanted, sorry, it was degraded quite a bit by stabbing one of the undead we came across.
Mm.
Yeah,
No
it had that
cookies, backsies.
ability that, yeah.
Broke down.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking.
Really, dude? What?
Jax has a set of setting stones if anybody wants them. Simply because
Setting
now that
stones.
sending stones.
Sorry, my bad.
I'll take one. I'll take one sending stone, I guess.
I can
Because
take whatever.
because similar to Kythos, Jax can speak to people telepathically. So he hasn't used the sending stones in a while.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take it then.
Okay.
Sure. Us
Yeah.
non-telepathic peoples.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
At least for the ones who like to wander off.
Yeah.
Protect,
Part of his pact gave him telepathy.
Ooh, when
Protect,
he
I
leveled
thought
up,
we
right?
sent,
Huh?
duck messengers and squirrel messengers.
Probably.
Yeah. Jax has been embracing his warlock side a little bit too much.
No such thing. I don't believe you.
Right.
So I'll take the sending stones off of mine.
I was gonna say it's only too much when you start to grow the tentacles.
Right.
But still, Jax's favorite item is the alchemy jug, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
As much mayonnaise as you can ever want.
Oh, I still hate that thing can make fucking mayo.
Acid, basic
I hate
poison,
it.
beer, honey, mayonnaise, oil, vinegar, fresh water, salt water, and wine.
Of all the things,
And
mayo.
with the honey and the water, you know what we can make? Mead.
Oh my god.
Need a little bit of flour or yeast to help.
Just imagine being too drunk and trying to find the wine, and then you end up chugging a
Mayo.
mayo or basic
Mayonnaise.
poison or acid. Because you pulled the wrong stopper out.
Also, if what's his name doesn't really have anything, I'm gonna ask if you can like maybe re-enchant it.
Re-enchant what?
The Ring of Evasion.
Well, he tried re-enchanting your guys' stuff before because you guys gave him the stuff that got disenchanted.
Yeah. No, I mean re-enchant it is into something else.
Into something else? Oh, you want to give it to him?
Well, I want to give it to him, and because what you when he gave the thing to Jax, he said it was kind of all he had. So like, if he doesn't have anything, then I'm just gonna say, oh, can you make this into something else because it's kind of useless for me.
Let's see, what does the evasion do?
Fail a dex save, use a charge to automatically succeed it. And I've already got a +5 to dex, so it's very rare I'll fail a save.
You keep saying that, and next combat you're just gonna get smacked.
Yeah, I know.
by
I'm gonna
something.
jinx myself. Yeah, I know.
You're gonna nat one and just.
So you say you don't use it? You don't need it?
Nah.
Okay. I'll take it. Try to find some way to utilize it.
There's probably somebody in battle who will need it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I say. Like, this doesn't get that I don't have much use for this, but I know someone will.
Hand it off to an NPC for the final fight.
Just like Final Fight, I just see someone like almost get clobbered, but then they just like do some like acrobatic shit. I'm just gonna be like, nice.
Then they look at their hand in the ring and they're like, "Fucking hell!"
Oh. What dumbass gave this up?
Not to
One time I'm
sidetrack too
annoyed
much.
I didn't use it was when I fell in shit.
Hmm.
I looked back on that after that session and I was like, oh my fucking god, I could have avoided that if I just remembered I had this.
Alrighty. So,
Any changes on the dragon egg, by the way, there, Badger?
well, that's the thing. So, it's been about 9 days, and on this ninth morning, you guys are on the ship sleeping. When whichever compartment or bunk that Crossus is in, there is this sudden shouting and pounding on your door.
Okay. I fucking wake up from a dead sleep, falling out of the hammock. Like, what the fuck is going on?
You recognize the
Are we under
voice
attack?
of Tifa asking for Crossus.
Okay. In my sleepy stupor, I open up the door and try to rub the try to rub the sleep out of my eyes to see who's standing at the doorway, and see Tifa, and I'm like, what's going on?
Come quick, something has happened.
Oh boy.
Okay, all right. I follow, but obviously 1,000 things are currently running through Crossus' mind.
It takes you a couple of minutes of following, getting off the ship, going through the docks, and then she turns a particular corner, and you know that the direction that she's heading is to the forge.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He doesn't
And
want to say
almost-
anything, so he just keeps following.
And almost as soon as you follow her into the forge, there are about 5 other dragon riders in there, staring at the forge fire, which has turned this mystically, like, really calming blue color.
Okay.
You can also tell that the egg has moved. In fact, it looks like it's been popped open.
Open like a piece of it. The shell has kind of broken away a little bit.
And one side of it, yes, but the more you examine it, the more that you realize that the back part of the egg shell
Why are you still here?
is completely gone. You see it laying somewhere else in the fire.
Okay.
Coffee's ready. The bed's
Tifa's
ready.
like, I don't know where it went.
Oh boy.
And then goes to retail. Sometime in the night, some of her dragon riders that were on night patrol saw a black figure shoot out through the chimney of the forge. And they have people looking for it, but no one's found it yet.
Creature is of magical deal. Would casting detect magic probably give off like a trail of magical essence of where it could have gone?
Potentially.
So I'll kind of I'll cast detect magic, using it as a means to try to sense, and actually as a way of like using as Kythos's means of like what she does with her detect thoughts surface level. I'll use detect magic as a means to try to find that surface magic of the creature and find out where it went.
Yep, you start to see these purple splotches all on around the egg and kind of where it busted out. And you can almost see a thin particle trail that goes up through the chimney.
Okay.
And I take it you go outside to try to follow it from there.
Yep. Start following.
So you step outside and you try to focus on that trail, and you see it jut out about 100 or so feet in the air before it takes off across the water towards like Apollonia and Lake Jordan.
Wow, that's going far for. I can fly. I start going.
All right,
30
you're gonna
feet.
go take after it.
Yep, 30
You know,
feet.
Tifa asked if you want company or if this is something that you want to handle yourself.
Actually, her expertise would probably be wise. So I do motion for her to, yes, please follow me,
All right,
but just follow my.
she grabs onto her wyvern, and couple of seconds after you take off into the air, she's right there with you. Yeah, and you guys start traveling to.
I remind you, I have dark vision up to 120 feet. So.
Uh-huh. Okay. And you guys start following, and you guys are traveling to Lake Jordan, which is the fishing town.
Yep. Vaguely
Because
remember the directions. So, yep.
Because there's this thin trail that you're following, kind of like fills the sky, where like you guys are coming in, and you're like detecting a bit there, and then a bit here, and then back here, then it just kind of like, you're just kind of following this like weird trail that kind of takes off. You're kind of suspecting that at some point where it starts to like skip kind of like road lines, the yellow parted ones. You're probably thinking like, if it is a dragon type creature, it's probably with every flap of its wings, it's given off this arcane trail that you're detecting and following. And it kind of loses it a little bit. It seems to kind of dive bomb near the water and then come back up. And at some point, the trail starts to like fade. It's not as fresh. And this is where Tifa and you are like, hovering in the sky, kind of looking around like where it could potentially be. Roll me a perception check. And I'll roll one for her too.
14.
All right. You guys actually rolled the same number. You do kind of notice as you're kind of looking around, kind of feel something, and then you hear like what sounds to be like a gasp or a shock or some lady screaming, kind of off into the distance, back further into the city, kind of deal.
Okay.
You guys go investigate.
Yeah, because it's what, kind of darkish right about now, like maybe
super early morning, still dark out, sun hasn't risen yet, so
not much activity. So something like that happening at this time, I would be suspicious considering where it's been at now. So
yep.
yeah,
So
we head over
you swoop down, see the lady kind of like towering up against a building, her eyes fixed on an alleyway.
Okay. We approach her slowly and say, pardon, ma'am, as quiet as possible, but is everything okay?
She just kind of points and shrieks again. There's a thing down the alley. It is big old purple eyes. And she's just.
I sadly don't have anything for like calming beads for, but I'm like, okay, we'll have a look at it, ma'am. We'll
Tifa
see.
does this weird thing where she like puts her hand on the woman's shoulder, and almost immediately, like you kind of get this small arcane feeling that she's using calm emotions.
Okay.
On this lady, and Tifa's like just quietly like, "It's okay, mom. It's okay. We'll take care of it. Go inside. Go home. You're safe." And the lady's like, "Okay, okay, okay. You'll get it. Okay, okay. Thank you." And then like rushes down the road, like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get home."
Okay. So I look at Tifa and I'm thinking, and I'm like, okay, obviously this is the Dragonling, or Wormling, however you wanna. We don't know exactly yet, but um, how what's the usual best approach so that we don't scare it and try to keep it calm? You guys have much more experience, obviously, with creatures like this.
With white wyverns, yes. It's just because the mountain that produces them is part of a glacier, and but this dragon egg not only was obsidian in nature, but very magical. I could tell you how I would approach it, but I don't know what it can do. We know what the white wyverns can do, even when provoked.
Okay.
And you even notice that the alleyway, even though you have good dark vision, seems awfully dark.
Kind of like a pseudo darkness spell kind of thing.
She's
Or
like, if
it
it's
itself
in,
is giving off.
we have to worry because it might be injured if it's down an alleyway, especially with no end except this one. I would just be cautious and courteous and hope that it recognizes you. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of she does mention that if it's young enough, if it hasn't imprinted on anything, you might get lucky.
I mean,
So
I
even
did
though
see
she wants to go down the alleyway with you, like she stays on the edge, just like looking down, like
yeah.
I'll be here to help, but she's like, I can't see down that alley. I don't know what's down there.
Yeah, so that's basically Cross's thinking. He's like, okay, so why don't you, go ahead, stay here. I will head down there slowly and quietly as best as possible, so not to frighten it. Um,
She draws like twin stabers, like ready to go if necessary.
I don't think. Cross is like, I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't lead to that, but just be on the ready. Being very in tune with my magical essence, I'm going to kind of like center myself in a way and use it as a way of like projecting my magical aura around me,
Mm-hmm.
as like a sense kind of thing,
Yeah, gun.
because
Don't do that.
I've spent like 9, I don't know how many days there in the forge, just sitting with it, trying to meditate on it and such. So hopefully I had imprinted some means into it. But yeah, I'm gonna head down the alleyway just quietly as best as possible, non-threatening, um, and kind of give myself a calm, kind of like that calm sense. Like I don't even know, like maybe even a weight, like you might even seem like a shiver of like a different color of my aura to kind of give it a sense of calmness.
You get a good ways down this alleyway, and even your dark vision seems to be unable to penetrate. And since you're really focusing your magic, you also are realizing that you are now entering in an a aura of darkness.
Fair enough.
Um,
How wide is? I never really did ask. How wide was the alleyway? Like,
alleyway is about 6 or 8 feet wide, kind of deal. Enough to where, like, if you furled out your wings completely, the ends would probably touch either wall.
so I'm going to more motion myself to a wall and just kind of use it as a guide while I'm quietly trying to slowly move through, focusing on any noise that may be made, trying to see where the creature might be at,
Okay.
because I'm assuming that this alleyway might be a dead end.
You
or at
do
least
kind of
there's-
hear rustling, maybe like a trash can getting knocked over, some netting getting tugged on. You also hear what sounds to be like chomping jaws, as if something's being eaten or something is eating something.
Okay.
You're about 30 feet away from the sound.
You were walking your toes? How old is she?
Do you try to approach it further?
I'm gonna slowly try to approach it a little bit further, give it another like 10 feet.
You walk another 10 feet, it's still doing what it's doing. You're realizing that, yeah, you are in a zone of darkness, magical darkness, I should say. And as it's sitting there chomping and chomping away, it suddenly stops, and it all know it, like everything just becomes silent for a second. And then you start hearing this slow
That's not terrifying.
as you're kind of realizing that your presence is being felt.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing else hostile. There's just this growl mixed with silence.
So, all right. I'm gonna approach about like 5 more feet, sit myself down, and basically just give off my presence as best as possible. You know, doing what I had done when it was in its egg, and just kind of being like, and I don't even really say anything. I just more let my magic do the talking.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. Let's hope I don't get a low.
This is the big one.
24.
Nice.
24.
I have a 15. I just hopefully I wasn't getting a 1.
So you're kind of
that was my low roll.
You're trying to reach out with your magic, trying to get it to recognize you.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, it allows you to get closer to it still.
Okay. So I slowly move closer to it. Just and since I really can't even see though, I'm kind of keeping my hand out and my scene from How to Train Your Dragon. We'll just go with that reference where he keeps his head down in respect, not looking, and his hand out. And I probably maybe give it about a 5 feet distance from it and let it again wait for it to approach me, basically.
Yep. Now that you're this close, you get this pungent smell of fish. As maybe when it had swooped down earlier, it might have snagged something out of the water. And now it's snacking on either something big or whatnot. But yeah, just as it continues to snarl too, you just get this whiff of, okay, this thing likes fish. Okay, that's good.
It likes fish. All right. So it did not try to eat any human being yet.
Nope. And so now I need 2 checks from you. I need another Arcana.
Okay.
And then I need an animal handling with advantage.
Okay. So 21 for the Arcana.
Okay.
And 21 for the animal handling.
Hell yeah. As you just kind of like, you said head down, arm out kind of thing. Still trying to reach out with your magic. You might even be muttering something under your breath kind of deal. And eventually you feel this nudge up against your hand.
Okay.
And from the animal handling, you kind of start recognizing, this is a snout, and you kind of go for like a little pet kind of thing. Yeah, this thing is probably, you're guessing, about the size of like a Saint Bernard, probably bigger than that. I mean, it's a very it's a hatchling, but it's still fucking huge, Great Dane, Mastiff, Malamute kind of size. Like, I know my brother's got an Alaskan Malamute. Those are big dogs, even in puppy form.
Big fucking dogs. Okay.
A small creature or a child can ride it like a fucking pony.
So I try not to disturb it, but I calmly talk down the alleyway to Tiefling and I say everything is okay. It seems to have accepted me, at least to be in its presence.
And then your ears hear something as you call back down to Tifa and say everything is okay in common. And then you hear this low grumbling, 2 words, but they're not in common. They're in giant. And the 2 words are everything okay.
No fucking way.
Since the majority of its time in Egg, it had only heard 1 language.
I surprisingly, in a way, in a calm means in giant saying, everything is okay.
Yep. After a couple of moments of it just keep nudging up against your hand, the magical darkness fades.
Nice.
And you see this small, large for probably your perspective,
right?
For compared to like normal dragons that you have seen, it's about half the size of the white dragon wormlings, because it's still a hatchling. But you have this very black with purple speckled dragon hatchling. Its flesh feels very leathery, but as it allows you to like pet it and whatnot, parts of its scale feels more like polished glass. Very similar to the egg, its scales have a very strong obsidian-like feel to them. Obsidian, dragon glass, whatever you want to call it, kind of thing. It has that feel on each of its scales.
All right. Pretty kitty. I'm ecstatic.
But yeah, congratulations. You have yourself a Ender Dragon hatchling.
You'll have to send me the stats. Or is it on D&D Beyond or?
I will have to send you the stats at some point.
Okay.
Probably
Did you
gonna
just
have to
say
help
Ender
teach it to fly,
Dragon?
Mama Bird.
Yeah, that's not gonna be hard.
Yeah, a while back, like, probably a level up in some odd times ago, when they were in this cursed forest, cursed jungle, One of their final battles is they went up against, what was it, 4 T-Rexes and the Ender Dragon?
And an undead
Yeah.
dragon. There was an undead one too.
Oh yeah, the undead dragon too.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 T-Rex.
Oh yeah, you guys had the
T-Rexes.
Dracolich. That's right.
Yeah, and then the Dracolich came in, and then this Ender Dragon came in, and we're like, what the fuck is going on?
But
And
after
then I
defeating
turned
the
into a
Ender
dinosaur.
Dragon, it dropped an egg
Yeah.
that they scooped up. And at one point, it was, let's sell this fucker. But Crossus was like, no, I want to hatch it.
There's definitely something special. Yes, dragon eggs would be very worthy and a lot of money, but actually having a little dragon on your side, that's much more better.
But yeah, I mean, if you, yeah, as a hatchling, its head to body ratio is a little perplexed. It seems to have a massive head for a smaller body. But it's got some decent wings and whatnot, and
Like a baby kitten.
yeah, for the
Big
most
head,
part.
tiny body.
Big nom potential. Itty bitty body.
Big old purple eyes. I managed to find one picture that looked too damn good to use. Put it in here.
Yes, basically. There, Johnny. Yeah. Let me love you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right.
He's a baby Ender Dragon.
Makes sense. Makes
But
sense.
even compared to you, it's like, yeah, the size of a Malamute. It's a very big, like, even if you crouched, you would be like eye level with it, even in its size, kind of thing. It's a big baby. But yeah, it does kind of take to you, and the darkness drops. Yeah, he follows you out you head out the alleyway. When as soon as Tifa sees it, she's like, "Oh my god!"
I'm like, right.
I have heard and read and seen pictures and text of all sorts of dragons, from the chromatic to the metallic, but nothing like this.
It's a special boy. It's
And
gonna be
did I hear it speak?
yeah, giant, supposedly.
Oh,
Guess I learned it while I was in the forge, just cooking away.
she kind of like looks back at her wyvern. Why can't you speak to me like that? And the white wyverns look like, what?
Don't look at me like that. Don't touch me.
It just kind of showcases that compared to the white wormlings, that your little dragon's got a much higher intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. And the
gonna need a lot
intelligent
of...
the intelligent buff mixed with the intelligent dragon.
Yeah. That dude is gonna learn so much fucking shit. I'm gonna trade it so much crap. And guess what it's going to be guess what's going to be mounted on it too?
What is that?
My Eldritch Cannon.
Oh, nice.
Oh boy.
That was my immediate thought. I was just like, attachable Eldritch Cannon to my little wormling. Fuck yeah. You guys want aerial support? You got small aerial support now. Well, I guess then at this point I would probably then motion for Tiefling for us to go back to Bruxus and probably be, and then introduce everybody to the newest member to our party.
Yeah, right.
If anything happens to the dragon, I will kill things.
Right.
No, I think you're good on that one.
I would expect
late
nothing
in
less.
this game, late in this adventure, if our DM hasn't tried to kill off some of our NPCs that we've liked, then I think we're okay.
You say that and he kills off like half of them.
Right.
No.
That would happen during the final battle. I think that would probably be the big be percentage rolls of who lives and dies.
Is it possible to double rage?
Who would kill off an NPC? That's messed up.
If anyone had figured that out by now, it would be Sammy, who figured out to double rage with the amount of Monday stuff of characters dying in front of her or getting mortally wounded in front of her. If anyone has figured out how to do that,
she just exceeds like the amount of times that a barbarian can just rage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no god.
Like that would be the double rage. It's just exactly like she's exceeded the allotment amount.
Right. All right. So yeah, you guys come back to the ship and are introduced to
I haven't given it a name yet.
To a new member. Well, you got time.
I'll figure out.
It'll give me time to get you the stat block and whatnot. I'll probably create a stat block and then just attach it to your extras tab or whatnot.
Oh yeah, okay, makes sense.
Yeah, so you guys come back to the ship to find a new Process comes back with Tifa and this still small but really large. I mean, even as a hatchling, it's still considered a medium-sized creature.
Damn.
Yeah.
Still takes up a medium space. All right.
Yeah.
I wonder how quickly they grow. You're gonna need a lot.
But look at Protec, it's a black chicken. Or black duck.
Yes.
Black duck.
Right? We now have a black chicken and a white chicken. Well, a red chicken technically.
Right.
But also, yeah, as you guys get back to the ship, everyone would be about waking up right about now. Coming up to the top deck. Not everybody had run off to the bar yet. Cough, cough, cough. Why does that token keep going and hiding? But yeah, and then I don't know if the two of you Forge Masters want to show off your side project.
Yes.
Yeah,
we definitely want to approach Thorny with the bucket, case, crate, whatever it was.
The creative
I'm so
stuff.
concerned.
Yeah, you since you weren't here last session, you
I know.
missed out on the best thing.
Yeah,
So-
you're gonna have to use the ruby chicken statue
Yeah.
real quick.
What?
Did you? I don't think it got added to your character sheet. I don't know if Tim did yet, but you, out of when we were done with the trial, you remember when we had all of those magical items?
Uh-huh.
So one of them was a figurine of power, and it's a ruby chicken. And it turns into a large chicken. We have.
Oh my god!
We have all.
I know what you've
came
done.
up with the idea that it could be your mount in combat.
Oh, two things. One, yes. 2, I really need a camera because if you guys could see my face.
It has a movement speed of base 30.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's
So
still
it's faster
faster
than
than
you.
me.
I mean,
Exactly,
you
when
could
don't- when
try
don't
and
like
jam
the
your
boot,
boots
yeah.
onto its feet.
I'm not gonna risk the boots.
No.
Um,
But we
do you
we
remember
also
the crystal minotaurs?
Yes.
Remember how I blew up the horn of blasting and Kythos had made a new horn out of one of the crystal horns?
Yes.
We implemented that. It's a unicorn chicken.
Oh my
Yay.
god.
And we implemented it into the armor set.
Yes, the Goliath and the Artificer on one of their side projects crafted armor for your ruby chicken.
You guys are the best kind of
Wait, don't I still have
scientists.
don't I still have those crystal shards? Those
Fuck, I
crystal
forgot
shards
I
from
had
the
my 2
shenanigans?
horns.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if you scroll up through
Shit, I wish
the
I
D&D
wish I
Saturday
would've done
chat,
some of those.
there's
I saw
so
the
much.
pictures.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Like I
forgot.
saw them Saturday, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" But I didn't question it.
Yeah.
Fuck, I completely
So
forgot I had my 2
there's your
horns.
lovely surprise is a large chicken mount with armor, and a single horn to act like a unicorn and such.
I finished
I need a name. This is gonna take a minute.
Right?
It's up to you, fam.
I'm gonna have to think on that.
Oh, and then you also Jack's got a ring called the Ring of the Colonel, which produces chickens, and we came up with the idea of creating like quick set on chicken armor, so that we could have a army of chickens following the giant chicken at times.
Oh, it makes like chickens, not like
yeah, it makes
fried
living
chicken.
chickens.
No, it
not
makes
fried chickens, like
chickens.
live chickens.
Because I'm just sitting here like, okay, Jack just became like KFC. He's gonna give you a little bit of like soda out of his, jug, a little bit of chicken.
we did have some good fried chicken on our trip back, so
Fuck you.
Uh-huh. The shenanigans happened.
yeah, a lot of
Right.
shenanigans happened. But yeah, that's the fun shit that happened
Chicken
while you were
mount.
gone.
Okay.
Uh-huh. If it dies, it turns back into a ruby statue and then can be summoned again the next day, so...
I'm very well aware of how they work.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but you
Figurines
on
of
your
power
mountain
are awesome.
fucking with your fucking spirit guardians. Oh my god.
I
Fuck that.
might depending on if that I'm hoping it doesn't attune, but I might actually switch back to the dwarven thrower because flying hammers from chicken back sounds like fun.
Figurines of
Yes.
power are not the type that you need to attune to.
Nope, they're ones that you can just place down.
And a command word, yep.
Yep.
Okay.
No.
These are my fuzzy.
That would be hilarious though the fucking dwarf just fucking throwing shit off the chicken. Hammer.
Oh my god, yes.
So yeah, so this morning, Loheim finds you guys and mentions that all the ships that he had prepared are ready. Is there anything else that your team either needs or wants to spend a couple of days searching or researching for in terms of
I want to figure out.
what your character needs?
2 things.
I do have
completely
one last thing. But we'll let Alamos go.
Okay.
The first thing was if he'd found anything or any use for the ring I gave him.
Not really, at least not yet.
Okay.
He hasn't had much time to go through that. Unfortunately.
I'll just kind of say, hey, if we run out of time. Words. If we run out of time, I'll just take it back. It's fine.
Okay.
The second one, because I completely forgot about my horns. I'm gonna take out both Minotaur horns for my my implants, the normal one and the crystal one. And I'm gonna ask if he knows anyone that can fashion these into pauldrons.
Okay. Fashioning them into pauldrons, huh?
Yeah.
Says he can look into that.
I'm just gonna ask, like, do you want to take them now, or do you want me to keep them, or?
I mean, he said he'll take him to look into it.
Alright, cool. Just kind of hand them over.
Okay. And so, what items were they? So I can write them down.
So both were Minotaur horns, but one was the crystal one.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, because I stole one of the other
Crystals,
arcanic
Crystal
minotaurs.
horn and then the bone horn.
Yeah.
Like, what would you like to see come out of these things? Or you just want them like?
What do you mean?
You said you wanted them to be crafted
like
into
design
bracers?
wise. No, pauldrons. Shoulder pauldrons.
Oh. Yeah, he could probably figure something out. He thinks he's got enough materials for something like that.
Nice.
They'll probably purely be for decoration, but
Yeah. That I'm expecting.
I'm gonna say if that's okay by you, then there you go.
Fine by me.
I gotta find that. What was it, like 75 or something like that on the list? Yeah. Okay. So it looks like I got stuff to do outside of here. And then what else was everybody? Get to a page.
I
go.
have a blunderbuss firearm schematic and some material, and so I was going to talk with Brock, and if Rotech wanted to join in, if he didn't have anything major, but an extra pair of hands,
Sure.
whatever, Johnny. But
I'm afraid of
basically-
doing what I wanted to do. Because if
Well,
I
then
go
I am
searching
less
for casks
curious.
of wine for the ship again, I am pretty much guaranteeing that ship's going to disappear again. Because it seems consistent every time I do that the ship goes away.
Right? We lose the ship. But yeah, build the
Not ship again,
blunderbuss.
please. Not
So
ship again.
out of a couple of materials that I had picked up.
Okay.
I had some spikes from that worm,
Yeah.
bone worm. So that undead, that Draco Lich, I think.
Okay.
And then I also had one of the second organic Minotaur horn, and I was going to use those as like the stock, and like bits and pieces of like the barrel and integrate it into the blunderbuss. Use animal parts.
Okay.
So
And what else did anybody want? Or what are things that I need to potentially work on? I know for Thorny is finish the stats on the ruby chicken.
Trying to think.
Chicken, did you have anything for Vil?
Basically, I remember, since I just remembered I had those crystals. I've actually want to take them to blacksmith, or basically just figure out what I can do with them. You know, find out what magical things they can do, and yeah, just work it from there.
You collected most of the crystals from the living statues, and you're just trying to see what they can be utilized into.
Yep.
Alrighty.
You know, try to figure out like what do they do, and basically how I could work them. Basically, what any ideas I can work them into.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
What else?
I might go see Loheim, see if he has any kind of upgrades lying around, or anything that can be utilized. Just kind of lying around for me, not like weapons, but like me. But not expecting anything from that.
I know you're pretty kitted out.
No, I mean like me, like I don't know, like better, I don't know, like better like optics or like my body, me.
Gotcha. Oh, you're just like for your automaton body, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. What does Protec need?
I was going with crosses to help move stuff. I don't know that I need anything.
Okay.
I'm pretty set. I don't use
set.
armor. I have weaponry.
All right.
All of my attunement slots are full. The ship is restocked as far as I know.
Yep. Yeah, vessel's restocked.
Like I said, I'm afraid to go searching for casks of ale.
That's
Listen,
okay.
we
I
can
think
always make
Andreas
some mead.
was. Yeah, right.
I have
I just don't want to jinx it.
skills. We have, water and honey.
What about Andrew?
Yeah, Jack, you guys could just go off and experiment with different brewing, microbrewery. We have our own microbrewery now.
Protec, I can introduce you to my religion. This is our holy water.
Oh my gosh, you utilizing the mead that we make as your religion's holy water?
That is dwarven holy water.
Shit, yeah.
That's canonical.
Yeah, in a way.
Real. What?
That being said, dwarven meat is usually more mushroomy, but
earthy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, Andreas, was there anything else that you need or looking into or
the crossbows on the ship. Is there any way to upgrade them?
how so? Like make I don't even know.
So what are they called? Instead of like utilizing it just one shot reload to the crossbows, you know those like there's like these it's like similar to what it is, but it can shoot up to more crossbows.
An they're usually called arbalists. I think they're
I think that's what
something like
called.
that.
Okay. Yeah, possibly.
Is it possible to like upgrade it to like that where we can shoot more out for possible?
Possible.
Is there any way to supersize a repeating crossbow?
Like a heavy
imagine
I
Protec
mean,
with
like
a
a
shoulder-mounted
deck-mounted.
crossbow.
Oh. So repeating
I-
ballista.
I
Yeah.
feasibly have the
Basically,
strength to
repeat
operate
ballista,
one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There is actually technically Chinese warfare that did have that whole repeat catapult.
I want to see Protec with a shoulder-mounted crossbow.
Why don't we just slap on a flat can on the back of Protec? Just
Here, I
have
put
like
it
a
in.
duck.
I put it in like Saturday's
Yeah.
campaign, but
What
something
the
similar
fuck?
to that.
Whoa.
Yeah, see, that's like age-old medieval. Yeah, they actually usually used to use rockets as a mean to send them off for gunpowder.
Mm-hmm.
Try to keep it from falling.
Mythbusters tried to make one of those.
Or actually, copy images. Better yet, something.
Be right back.
Instead of that with the gunpowder and everything, you'd also have this one where it's just a big string.
Well, the thing with that you have to be careful of is that most of the time when it's built like that, it'll fire all 3 shots in one go.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think that what you're looking at is basically what we got with an auto feeder. That every time it's reloaded, you don't have to place a bolt. It can be auto fed. Or make it arcane to where it fires energy blasts instead.
Yeah, because I was thinking more of like arcane based ones where it's energy blast. So like magical purposes. Because I wasn't thinking like a full on, cannon like from like pirate ships, but like something that could shoot out with magical properties.
Yeah, it's possible. So I'll add that to the list of things to work on.
Yes.
And
we could try to like put it like each of the crossbow bolts here too. It'll be like moved the same way as well. Like we'd have to like turn it that way. But
love you. Because I'll probably heat up one of those chicken thing or one of the rice things, and then maybe a couple of the chicken sandwiches or something.
Chicken sandwiches.
Now I'm hungry.
Chicken sandwich.
But alrighty, so if my list is completed, And what we'll probably do is probably end a little early for today.
Yeah, sounds good.
Since I got some stuff to work on.
Mhm.
And we'll also get
Yup.
Al situated with not only level up but
Her shit, yeah.
her stuff and figuring out what Kythos might need before you guys set sail with an army.
All right. So,
Cool.
can the chicken like fly or glide?
Yes, it has.
The chicken's got
It
a
has feather
fly.
fall.
It's got feather
Yeah.
fall. Well, let me.
They're falling. This style.
And another chicken related, chicken. I love your picture.
Oh, happy tree friends.
Ah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
At first, I thought that was like Conker's Bad Hair Day, but then I was like, oh no, that's Happy Tree Friends.
That's like the best character too.
Because I was like, I thought it was like one of the teddies from the beach D-Day reenactment for it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, put the numbers. Put it on one of the side sheets.
Yo. Oh, goody.
Yes. So, Ruby Chicken is actually number 32 on this list.
Oh.
Figurine can become a large chicken for 24 hours, strong enough to be ridden and carry up to 250 pounds. Got an AC of 10, HP of 22. To hit, +4 for a peck that does 1d6 piercing damage and has the effect of Featherfall.
Okay.
Give it a little bit of armor, and there you go.
And chicken.
Yep. All right. Well, I actually do have to. Yep, I gotta hop off. Wife and I
Yep.
are packing up because we're moving here in the middle of next month. So,
Oh, fun.
which I'll just state it for now, but as a reminder to Badger, the 13th, which is technically a day that we would be playing, tentatively,
Mm-hmm.
in April, I will not be able to play, but I will just
That particular date, we might not be playing at all anyway, because that is my birthday weekend, and I got off of work that weekend.
Oh, well then,
So,
yeah, then
I might not be here.
Hey, yeah, just
So we
so that
will
might be the
play
case
that by ear as we get to it.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I will. Yeah, we'll keep each other informed, and for that, I will say adios to Kick and YouTube for the time being.
Yep.
Why Kick? Why YouTube?
We'll see you guys all later. For now, adios. Bye.
Bye, Kick.